What is up, guys? We are here today with another 10-minute podcast. My name is Austin. I am here with my guest, Adam. Adam, how are you doing today?
I'm doing some scrumdiddlyumptious.
Scrumdiddlyumptious, just like the bootios I bought today.
Mm-hmm.
So without further ado, let's get right into it if I can find my questions. So you've been a fan page for a long time. As long as I've known you, you've been a fan page. Changed your name a couple times. So why did you decide to start your fan page?
Well, I originally started out as a personal account, but then I realized I have no friends, so I decided to do a fan page because, I don't know, it was more relatable, per se, I guess.
I could see that. I mean, if you don't have friends on your personal account, you might as well just do a fan page and just have IGWC friends, I guess.
Yeah.
So I see you do a lot of edits and such on your account. And you post a lot. Which ones are? Have you ever had like a favorite post on your account?
Yes, actually, the post where I compared Eva Marie to Lava Girl, because that's the most liked picture on my account. It just blew up out of nowhere.
I could see that. The pictures that I get the most likes on, I mean, they're good, but usually my favorite posts on my accounts, like on my fan page, would be the ones where I get noticed by the superstar that I tagged, which happens very rarely, but I've gotten noticed by like RVD, Carmella, Zack Ryder, who's my favorite.
Yeah, I can see that.
But always getting a lot of likes is always good too.
Yeah.
So, on to the next question. So, back when I was a league, you joined about a little less than halfway into my second year,
Mm-hmm.
and you joined as Heath Slater.
Mm-hmm.
And you honestly took me by surprise because you did something that I didn't think could be done, which was win Money in the Bank, cash it in the next night, and hold the title for a few months undefeated, and with a guy like Heath Slater. So, do you have a favorite moment in my league?
Probably kicking out Jinder from Ryse because fuck Jinder. Sorry, I know I can't swear on YouTube, but
Well, I'm not going for money, so have at it.
okay then, it's fuck Jinder.
I could see that too. Jinder, I mean, he's a weak link, and I like that you added Chris Hero instead of him, and
Mm-hmm.
also having Jinder makes you compared to like 3MB, which obviously kind of sucks. I only kept it that way because that's what I knew best. But I was a little skeptical to make that decision at first, but then you convinced me, and it turned out for the best.
Yeah.
Although it was hard finding pictures of McIntyre and Heath Slater without Jinder Mahal because they were 3MB.
Yeah.
So did you enjoy working in Ryse? It was a stable that I created, obviously, but I kind of just threw you right into it. And
I did enjoy it because me and the person who was McIntyre, we had a little bit of a friendship. We didn't talk much, but he was an alright, pretty good guy, I guess.
yeah, I was trying to a long time ago. I just want to tell this story on the podcast. A long time ago, I was trying to get a podcast together with both Adam and the guy who is McIntyre, IWE figure, and that would have been my first podcast with more than one guest at a time. But we couldn't get the schedules together, and that's why I'm just doing a podcast with Adam now.
Yeah, considering Ryse has been done for half a year now.
Yeah. Okay. So just about every league that I've been into, you can go in and look at who's Zack Sabre Jr. and it would be you. Obviously, you would have been that in my league too, but I only allowed WWE, which is understandable.
Yeah.
So, is there a reason why he's your favorite?
Well, I like technical wrestling, and well, a quick little story first. I first heard about him around PWG Bola 2015. He was announced for it, and I looked into him, and I was immediately captivated by his expertise, as you will.
So I never watched the indies, but I've seen some highlights from his matches, and I can definitely see where you're coming from. Like, I myself, I'm a fan of John Morrison. You probably know that because I'm John
Yeah,
Morrison in a lot of leagues,
because John
and
Morrison is awesome.
yep, that's basically how it works. And a lot of people are like, well, if like I'll join the leagues when they first start, and all these good people like Finn, Seth, Dean, John Cena, and all them will be available, and then you'll see John Morrison right there
Yeah,
on the join list, and everyone will be like, why do you pick him so early? And I'm like, because it works. You know, I've been able to be very successful in a lot of leagues using that character, and he's one of my favorites. He's very high flying, and if he ever made a return to WWE, I would probably mark out. But
yeah. That's why I picked ZSJ a lot because I've been successful with him on two very high profile leagues, which is always role playing Power of the People. So
oh yeah. Okay, so I know I kind of threw this at you really fast, but if you have any questions or just want to start talking to me, go right ahead.
mm, well, okay, I guess. Is there like a possibility that you will ever start up 3-4-1 league again, or is that like a goner?
So the answer the answer is no. As much as I would love to, it's just I left it off on such a good place. Like
Yeah,
to go out with a bang like with WrestleMania, you can't ask for a better ending than that. Rather than just going out like instead of WCW one night just saying I'm not a league anymore, bye. Like no, ending on WrestleMania was just the perfect way to go out and the perfect main event to close it out too. AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins. You can't get any better than that. You really can't. So, and on top of that, I have a lot of stuff to do. I'm a senior in high school, so I've got like college applications, scholarship applications, jobs, trying to get a car, blah 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 blah. All that stuff piles up, and eventually you don't have time
yeah,
to even make matches anymore. And I've found doing a combined league with Juliana that one show where I can focus my time into good storylines works a lot better than me trying to focus all my time into five storylines because then they're just not as good.
yeah.
And it, I just I if it could work, I would be doing it because I think it could be done, but I don't see it happening.
Understandable. And just gonna throw it out here, just to answer Evan's question. I quit leaguing after 2 weeks because I found it being strenuous, and I don't like doing leagues by myself because I feel like it's all the stress piled onto me, making everybody happy and such. So, and it wasn't growing at the rate I'd like it to, and up exposure. So it's pissed me off. I just quit.
Well, okay, so I really do enjoy working like with a combined league because it takes half of the stress off of you, and you can also have someone to help you make better decisions. So it's not just you making these decisions. And your account, it'll take time to grow if you really if you're committed to doing a league. Like I was doing a league for an entire more than a year. Um, if you're committed, it will grow. That's all I have to say about that because if you stick with it, if you don't stick with it and you don't believe in the league, then no one else will either.
Well, yeah, I did believe in it. The problem was, looking back on it now, I think the problem was it was scripted, and scripted leagues aren't as popular as voting leagues.
Well, scripted leagues are also a lot of work because that's so scripted leagues. You're just typing out what happens, and you'll be typing and you'll be typing and you'll be typing all day until your fingers fall off, and then it's you having the fun and the audience isn't even having fun. They're just seeing what you typed. And at the end of the day, that's not what being a league is about. So that's just part of my bias against scripted leagues, but that's for another day.
Yeah, for fun fact, I used to run a league back in July, August of last year, It was some little um little project me and the Epic Robert Lewis did. It was called Chaos Wrestling, but it was voting. But back at the time, I was addicted to use my alts for everything. So imagine it weren't like even that community orientated per se.
Yeah, I've seen people do that where they vote with all their alts just to have more votes on their matches. And if you're gonna do that, at least like make it even. So do 2 and 2 or 1 and 1 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we've already gone over 10 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap this up. But thank you for talking to me today.
Okay, you're welcome.
And all right. As for another podcast, I hope to do one soon with Rafan Paul. He's the one I did the mock draft with. But for now, I'm just gonna say peace out.
Okay, peace.